out of me, like had my phone number and everything, stalking me.
Scary.
Yeah, it gets weird. And then you try to
Yeah,
understand like, why are you?
it definitely gets weird because people get offended because you timed them out for saying something negative in your comment section. Like you said something bad about me in my comment section, you mad at getting timed out. You deserve to get timed out for saying something ridiculous.
Man, let me tell you something. This person actually said that because someone said something about their sexuality, it wasn't even me, but because I didn't, do anything about it, that they were on a rampage. So no matter what live stream I go to, they're gonna be in the chat talking crap about me and antagonizing me. No matter if they can find out where I'm at, they're gonna like antagonize me no matter where I go. And then I have to allow them to get on my panel and not and then in order for them to stop, I had to agree to let them be on my panel. Like it was like some weird, and I was like, no, like what? It was really.
And the crazy part is that they actually believe that's the only way they could get you back, which is weird to me. No, you could just not bother me. You could just not come to my channel and try to disrupt it for no reason. You are grown.
Right, leave me alone.
Majority of these people are grown. If you say something that the person of the channel don't like and they block you, oh well, go somewhere else where you can be a troll. People do not have to accept you trolling them.
Yeah.
That's
well,
wild.
Imagine the trolling happening in real life where they actually are contacting you on the phone with you too. Like you do a live stream and they're like texting you on your real phone number about what they think about your show. like bro, when I'm not on here, I'm not thinking about my show, bro. Like I don't want to hear what your thoughts are. Craziness. Yeah. It gets really weird,
Mm-hmm. It definitely get weird, especially for the main people that have the main issue. They the last ones to ever actually approach you and discuss it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
That's the weird part.
About to be a situation.
Blockaroo. That's right, Blockaroo. Shout out to brother Noopsy with the thank you so much. I appreciate you that, Mr. Blockaroo. And yes, Natasha's correct. Only I can say disingenuous. It's disingenuous. That's the actual word.
Where Uda go? He done left. Why Uda leave?
He there. He just have to cam down. So when you cam down, it just drops you in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Automatically does that. He probably got.
There's a setting that does that. That if you cam down, it drops you in the back.
Yeah.
That's some new StreamYard ish that I don't know about. Oh.
No, it's always been there. That feature always been there.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That feature always been there.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'm trying to encourage people to be on camera because it makes for a better show when people can see you actually having a conversation with each other. What's up, Natasha? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, build up a better show. That's why
I get it. I just be looking crazy in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm just it's morning to me. It's only 11 something. I just rolled around and shit, just got
not rolled around. Not rolled around.
Wash my behind. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get on here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just, let me just. I don't even think I haven't even went to bed to be quiet. Let me know why am I lying? Pretend like I went to bed though. I never went to bed. I've been up since like last.
You just rolled over and put it to the side, huh?
Honey, I just never went to bed. Is what I did. I just been up. What? Let me tell you something about perimenopause. You do not be able to sleep. I don't know what anybody know you. I'm not sure if you got like if your wife or whatever is in her 40s, that perimenopause be hitting. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Can't sleep. Wide awake all night. Like it's not cool. So listen, it takes the money. That's what I'm saying is that like a lot of times when we be having these arguments about men versus women, men don't be understanding what women go through all this they got hormones and this, that, the other going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
We need more patience, you know what I'm saying? We need more patience.
I agree, and for some reason, on the internet, they don't want to give women any patience. They think that y'all supposed to just get beat up, and the men deserve all the patience. Is what I see. You know what I mean? But
I mean, men do deserve love. I think. Listen, I think that a lot of listen. I'm gonna say this is that we can be too harsh on men. You know, the guy I'm seeing, man, he damn near had a breakdown. It's always me. Everybody always say this is my fault. Woo, 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 woo. I was like, okay, well, but there is some things you need to fix. Okay, so if everybody's saying the same thing, then everybody ain't lying. So maybe it is something you need to fix within yourself.
Maybe everything that you did was your fault, and you need to stop doing those things.
Hello.
Why y'all gotta keep saying it's my fault though? Y'all can't just does not say anything, bruh.
Man, did you see that show with Natasha Dot and the young lady when she had the cowboy hat on and the lady was up there? Because I was up on Trader Truth's panel and I was talking about that video. And I was like, okay, and she was just on some, well, we need to be submissive and this, that, the other. Well, I said, well, you have to, what are you submitting to? Submit to everybody. Don't deserve submission, but that's a whole nother subject. I don't want to deviate from the conversation, but I will say let's get back on this. I don't want to, because I was about to go 100% left. It's still early. I'm sorry.
It's all right. We at the 3-hour mark. It's okay.
Yeah, it's what are we submitting to?
At the 3-hour mark, I stopped fighting for the topic because clearly a lot of people is not versed enough. We exhausted this topic for the day and attempting to bring awareness to our black brothers that are losing their lives due to not being self-aware. And so, I tried. I'm attempting to bring more light to the names that out there that are losing their lives senselessly, and they are not criminals. They are not thugs. They are not bandits. They deserve their names to be spoken. These are the good young men that we need to be attempting to protect.
But as a sidebar, do you know how many women get killed in prison too as well? Well, look at how many women that have just came up missing. The police will put her up in prison, Sandra Bland, a bunch of women, and they just, they just show up the next day, they just pass away. And you don't know what happened. They'll lock them up and then they just don't make it to the next day. It's what is going on with this country? And I think that people it's something. It's a symptom going on of racism that I don't know why this administration is trying to push it so hard. It's almost like they want to have this happen, this kind of race kind of war go on. They want to incite this for some reason. So I guess they can lock everybody up that involves themselves in it. I don't know. What are we? Is that what they want? Because these white people have been training for some race war. They've been
that doesn't really exist,
honey.
That we don't really care. That we don't care about. That we ain't preparing for it. Right? That is a strange thing, to be honest.
They have militias that are in bunkers and they're out there training in the middle of nowhere with they masks on, and they want to have this race war. They believe that. I don't know whether it's something that we did in the past that's been passed down genetically. Maybe we whooped their ass back in the 1400s, and they said, we're gonna come back and we're gonna make they're not gonna get away with this. I don't know why they're why would what are y'all training for a race war for? What have we done to make y'all want to train for a race war to go against us? And we ain't even did nothing. Y'all was the ones that was in control. What are you tripping about?
Right. We trying to just mind our business. We just want to be treated civilly. That's all we want. Just treat us civilly and we be fine. We're not even asking for equal. Just civil. Just don't harm us. That's it.
Hey, they done blew up all of our little cities. We done made cities. They blew them up. You know what I'm saying? Submerged them in water, flooded them out. Every time we try to do something, they destroy it. So it's what do y'all want us to do?
What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, y'all done just destroy. I mean, y'all willing to take a bomb and bomb a whole block in Philadelphia just to get rid of a certain group of people.
Come on, talk about it. It's ridiculous. That anniversary just passed not too long ago, too.
Yeah, and shouts out to them. What was it? What were they called? What was that group called?
Don't get me to start lying. It's late at night for me.
What was that
It's late
group
at night
called?
for me. Don't get me to start lying. Do not get me to start lying. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, that was wild because America did that to Americans. That's the wild.
But that's not the first time they dropped a bomb. They did it in Oklahoma. They did it over here in Philadelphia. They done opened up levees and drowned out entire towns. I mean, what else do you? What is it? And then now they're talking about, well, this is a white country. Did you see that whole thing where the dude was doing like a you know how they do like the people where it's like 20 versus 1, and it was an Indian person, an Indian guy, and he was like, "You guys aren't, y'all ain't. We're the Native Americans." It's a white guy saying that the white people are the Native Americans. You see that one?
No, I did not see that.
It was a jubilee with a dude. What's his name? Hold on. Child, listen, I be rage baiting the hell out of myself, just driving myself in. I don't even know why I do this to myself. You know what I'm saying? I just be getting pissed off, like, motherfucker, honey, be punching the goddamn on ceiling in my car, like, motherfucker, these crackers. I be mad as hell.
Wall Street really said didn't move. A lot of people are trying to do that. A lot of people are attempting to do that. It's a lot of people that have.
Give me enough money. Give me about $10,000. I'm waiting on this money to come from the IRS, and I swear to goodness I am.
But what I'm saying is a lot of people have decided to do that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are doing that is if they could afford to.
I just put the link right there.
Like the single people, they able to do it. You know what I mean? Like if it's just you by yourself or just you and your shorty, yeah, you could do that. It's a difficult thing when you're talking about move a whole family. A whole, you know, that's a whole legacy. That's
right,
different.
you got kids, like just move. Okay, I gotta get a passport for all my kids. I gotta pay for 3 different passports. Well, now 2, because my oldest just went to college. But I'm not gonna leave her in college and then go to a whole nother country and then she's alone in college. What are you talking about? Just move. No.
It ain't that simple.
I would say that's the YouTube. I would just, if you want to play the audio, but it's when the blonde hair white dude. Don't play the actual video.
Yeah, because I know Jubilee be on some wild stuff.
Yeah, I would just play the audio. I would because Jubilee be tripping. I'm like, I mean, they'll let you play it, but they be like, "Oh, I got your money." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Damn, Jubilee." But the dude was wild.
He said. So he calling me stupid. He said the name of the movement was called Move in Philly.
Yeah, Move in Philly. That doesn't mean they're stupid. It just means that we just didn't think it's.
We just didn't understand what you was trying to say. Yeah, we didn't understand what you was trying to say. That's all. Yeah. But he said the name of the movement in Philly was called Move.
Right. I might not know what it was called, but I said who. But Move, ooh, you know, same, you know, whatever.
I don't know why they like to attempt to insult me. It's weird. Like, you know, like then let a stream pop up when there's 2 old men screaming and calling each other, say, "Hey, call me Coach Daddy." He wouldn't call those folks like he'd be like, "Oh, that's okay." He'd be laughing and giggling. Like, I don't know why it's so difficult for us to be able to do both, right? Like, we should be able to have our fun, screaming and yelling, and also have our, hey, let's maintain and have a conversation about things that is important as well. We should be able to do both. I don't know why we can't as, what is that? I don't get it. I don't know why it only could be one way. Why every time any black man is attempting to have a conversation about something, he has to be perfect.
But I'm gonna say this: the Wall Street. I was the one who brought up that situation at in Philly, so you can't go in on Sharon. Sharon. I'm sorry, Sharon. Sharon,
okay.
because I was the one who brought that up, so I should have known what it was called. But it's too early. I haven't gone to sleep, so I'm off of fumes right now, and still ain't sleepy.
Let me also welcome into the show the beautiful and always intelligent, always holding me down. Conversation with MJ. How you doing today?
What's up, bro? I just got off of work, heading to the gym. I'm just gonna keep it real. You can have all the conversations that you want, but you're gonna have to remember that the audience is going to look different, and it's going to move different. Some people come up here for just pure mess drama. Some come to hear about topics that they're interested in and maybe see different viewpoints, and others just come just to just spare time. It gets them through the day. They're not really invested in anything that's going on, but it just spares some extra time that they have on their hands. So your audience is going to look different. The viewership is always going to look different. So you're going to have to decide. You don't truly have to decide. You can have, continue to have your show and your channel be very open to many different topics if that's what you like, but you just got to accept how the viewership is going to look.
Yeah, because it's going to be very difficult for me to just
and who's going to participate,
because it's going to be difficult for me to just do one topic for 3 months or something like that, And
Don't they be doing that? Don't they do that?
It.
Don't YouTube do that, honey? When the Carmelo Anthony thing, honey, people was on Carmelo Anthony, and that was all they did. And it's like, I think that, listen, it's a lot of things going on in this world, but a lot of time people will see a meal ticket. They'll see, oh, my views went up, and they will keep pressing that button until they see a drop in views, and then they move on to the next subject. So that's disingenuous. It's like, are you really covering this because you're concerned about it, or are you covering it because you're getting more views by discussing it? So I believe that a lot of times, it'll be a subject. P. Diddy was hot, everybody was on P. Diddy. Carmelo Anthony hot, everybody on Carmelo Anthony. Now this is hot, everybody's on you know what I'm saying, the new case. But meanwhile, what happened to Carmelo Anthony? We're gonna stop talking about him. He still got the appeal. What about P. Diddy? He about to get out, I think, next week. Isn't he supposed to get out next week?
Yeah, he's getting out.
What about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hard situation, and I'll say because people, as well as being a content creator, a lot of people are here to make money, right? And for their time, and have conversations and talk about topics that people are interested in. I don't think it's always a negative if a person is not really morally or invested into something, even though they're talking about it on their channel. Due to the fact that some things need to be had, but when it comes down to actually making movement or really trying to set plans, if this is something of a concern for you, then yes, we also have to have the right people have those conversations at the right time, right? But I do think that exposure is, in this particular type of way, is always a good thing, because a lot of people wouldn't have known about the Carmelo Anthony situation if people wasn't touching down on it, right? P. Diddy wouldn't have been exposed if somebody didn't start exposing all these little things that was happening behind the scene, and and keep it carried it on, right? So
Jaguar, right? You mean Jaguar?
Yeah. Right? Well, Jaguar, right? And it was other folks. There was other folks, but Jaguar White, for what I heard, she's a very interesting character, and she had a lot of stories about a lot of people, according to her. But yeah, these type of exposures, I think somewhat they are necessary. My issue is that sometimes we have individuals that do more investing to shut people down or to hide certain stories and issues and stuff like that, so people won't find it a concern or not know about it. And then from there, I want to know why, right? Because why not just learn things, right? Even if you're not necessarily interested in it, having another piece of evidence, you know, of things that you might not know, I don't see that being bad for you. But sometimes some individual make it seem like if you're oversaturated with too much information, then it's going to cloud your judgment, or you can be easily, persuaded or gullible, so like that. So I don't know. I just always look out for the ones who always push that you shouldn't be paying attention to this and paying attention to that, because usually those are the signs and acts of someone who's manipulating you. Those are the signs and acts of someone who's a grifter, right? Because they don't want you to focus on the other hand, they want you to focus on the right hand.
You know what I figured out is because I used to be cooped up in the house and be like an introvert and like not for like years, just not even going outside. And then what I realized, once you get outside, a lot of the subjects that we talk about on here, people are not even paying attention to in the real world. Like we might think this stuff is a big deal here on YouTube, watching YouTube, this, that, the other. But once you like actually begin to go outside in the real world and begin to talk to people, you'll realize that people are not really invested in it as much as people are when they're watching stuff on these platforms. And I'll say this is that, okay, it just gave it like this red pill argument that's been going on, right? They have run clubs now.
Supposedly.
No, that's real. No, there's real run club. No, there's like run club. All these young kids are getting together and they're running. And you might have about 100 people running. And I mean, they're also screwing each other. And it's like, it's the new nightclub, all the young kids, instead of like watching YouTube and being on panels, they're going, meeting up at a park and running like 5 miles or whatever, doing a 5K. Afterwards, they might get it popping, what I'm saying? They're using it to like date and to meet each other. But I believe that what's happening. Go ahead.
Right. So I did see it come across. I didn't really watch it because I think it was like, so like where they doing it right there in the park, or they linking up with each other, getting each other numbers, and then going to their private houses? No,
what happens is that they'll have the run club. Then after the run club's over, they'll meet up at like a bar afterward, which is weird. Like, why would you run and then go to the bar afterward? It was crazy. That's destroying your whole run, which is insane. But they might go to a smoothie place or they might go to an actual bar and then they begin to socialize. Even while they're running, they be socializing. Okay, they're not really running hard. They jogging. You know what I'm saying? They're not. Take an hour to do a 5K.
So the only problem with that is that when have human beings never used social events to find ways to date people or to meet new people?
Right.
We can find that in anything. People literally goes to white and black parties, go on cruise parties, go on ships. They go on those long-term staycations and all that stuff like that for single people. Anything that's marketed to meeting new people, people have always used that as a way to meet people in a dating type of framework, right? So the run club situation, I think the dating part of the run club kind of picked up because the online apps like Plenty of Fish and all that other stuff, they have run its course. They got a very bad name. There's been 2 documentaries that came out from people losing their lives or getting swindled for their money off of these dating apps. So nobody is using those dating apps how it was before because there's a lot of criminality that's happening with them. So what are people going to do? People are going to move to other ways of how they're going to try to date and find someone, especially if they can find someone who is into a hobby that they're into, right? So like there's a commonality there. So if you like to run or you like to play sports or you like to play basketball or you like to do those those triathlons, you're going to meet someone who has something already in common with you, and then you take it from there. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I just see that's just something that human beings always have done. They take advantage of the social events.
I don't know,
Absolutely.
but I don't think people go to the gym and then go to a bar afterwards and be like, let's get it in after, like, let's screw at the end of it. You know, I don't know if
But,
everybody's like
so
doing they,
one thing-
you know, hitting.
if you do a marathon, one thing everybody's talking about in a marathon is eating a steak, a burger, and drinking a beer. Beer is big on carbs, so a lot of people actually do beer after they run. Just to let you know.
Really?
Yes, because if you know people who exercise and like do heavy lifting, or they do that. What's that other form of exercise, Sharon?
Calisthenics.
That parametrics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anything that that they do, they burn a lot of calories of an exercise. They tend to say that eating carbs is best after eating, after you're doing your exercise. So, those carby type of food you're talking about is not like, unreal. It's not like unrealistic. There's many people that do it. I remember when Planet Fitness used to have on Wednesday, they used to have pizza for everybody that came in on Wednesday after doing their workout. They get a slice of pizza. So like they literally do promote eating carbs after having an extensive exercise program.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe that's why they getting their
absolutely.
drink on after like doing a 5K. I'm like, getting your drink on after a 5K. That's working against you, right?
Yeah, but they do though. Yeah, drinking beer and a burger is known for marathons. That's the main thing everybody talk about. It's crazy.
Right.
I
And
thought it
then
was
some
weird the
probably
first time
getting
I did
freaky
it.
with
I
it
thought it was
afterwards.
weird the first time I did it too, but that's the thing. But you do need a lot of carbs because you burn a lot of calories. MJ, I
You're
started
kind
getting
of
back
depleting
into it.
yourself.
Yes, you are depleting yourself. I'm working on getting back into marathon shape, and I couldn't walk the other day.
Man, have you seen, I think the craziest marathon, I remember back in the 80s, they used to be on them bikes and honey do them long bike marathons. And I used to see people be shaking, and I guess I don't know what, they hit some kind of a wall. Honey, or was it during, I know there was a running, they were running.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of the time is right at the finish line when that happens. Most of them, they probably like maybe a half a mile away. They right at the finish. Some of them is only like 10 feet, 20 feet away, and people come and help them cross the finish line because their body just cannot do it anymore. Yeah, they be shaking, they on the floor, all of that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they said they hit the wall. There's like a wall they hit, and honey, I've seen people throw it up, and man, them marathons ain't nothing to play with. I've seen people like that run the marathon.
A lot of people don't finish. I'll tell you that. A lot of people don't finish.
They don't finish. Honey,
a lot of people don't finish. They be
I
right
think
there
the
on the side of the
80s
road.
was
Like,
the most craziest marathon video footage because they would show all that crazy stuff.
Compared to now, it is because the technology of the shoes is so much better now. It is so much better to protect your feet so you can do a long distance run. Back then, everything was all flat and hard and it's crazy when you really think about it.
And they be like skeletons running. Have you ever noticed like how skeleton like they would look toward the end of that race? They're like skeletons, like Skeletor running across, like just trying to get to the end.
Normally, when you see a lot of people do marathons, like a full marathon or even some half marathon, these people are very slim due to the amount of calories that they're burning. And they're burning not only are they burning like fat, they're also burning muscle. So they're very, very, very lean.
Yeah. They're
very, very, very lean. And that allows them to actually, have a stronger endurance, really, for the amount of miles they're putting in. It would be quite harder for someone who's heavier or more muscly and dense to do the amount of miles that they do.
Yeah, and for you to really be focused on doing a marathon, you got to do like a half a marathon every day.
Somebody say Genesis makes everything dark. I like a dark
And
yeah,
and a
but
half
the
a marathon
darkness.
ain't no joke, by the way. A lot of people don't know a half marathon ain't no joke.
Hell no. I don't even know why people like tell you the truth. I mean, kudos to the people who want to do that, but it's really unrealistic. Like you're doing it just for the goal, you're doing it for the medal, or you're doing it for the prize money at the end, or you have something to prove for yourself because you really do not need to run that long and that much if it was all about just health. Okay, you really don't. So
Right. It's equivalent
But
to people that do
I think a
weightlifting.
half marathon is okay. I think that marathon though, that's a little much. I think that's.
Have you ever thought of doing the SEAL team thing? That the Navy SEAL training, man, that's when it really gets out of control. The SEAL thing.
I'm not that big on water, so I would have to be like I would have to become a really good swimmer to want to do that because the amount of water that they deal with.
don't do that.
I need to.
Don't do it. Don't do it. And if you're
now
not
that you said it, guess what I'm going to do?
don't do it.
What's
gonna
the
find
dude's
your
name?
ass on the goddamn
well-known
news.
guy that goes through that whole Navy SEAL, like the whole man. It's man, that whole it's a name for it. I forget I forget what his name is called, but it's like going through that whole process, man. And you come out of there. There was
a lot of I hate to say it, but a lot of participants who try in their lives in the training process, they don't make it, and it's because of the swimming part. Because there's a lot of things that they have to do, and they think that they pass, they do their best, but they end up drowning in their beds because they didn't know that they had all that liquid in their lungs and everything like that. So it's called dry drowning, and that's how we lost a lot of participants.
What? So after they actually made it, they actually drown afterward? What?
Yeah, it happens to a lot of children as well too. It happens to a lot of kids as well. You take them out the pool, you think they're okay, they swallowed a lot of water and they don't wake up because they have a lot of water in their lungs. Absolutely, it happens.
Yeah, that it's called. Yeah, somebody said it's called buds. Yes, buds. Like, I'm glad I went to the Air Force. I didn't have to go through that. I said, man, I'm glad I didn't join the damn Navy because they make you.
That was a great.
And I joined the Air Force too. I didn't have to do that, so thank God.
A lot of people do not know about dry drowning for sure. Great point, MJ. Yeah. That's crazy though. They be putting there. That should be wild. I seen a couple. I was like, I don't know about that one. They be having the mask on their face and they water the whole thing full of water. They gotta breathe through their damn nose. I mean through their mouth. I'm like, bruh, y'all tripping.
Honey, listen.
That's some scurry-ish right there. Water ain't no joke to play with.
Heck no, it's not. No, sir.
Water could creep up on you on the next day. Like now you got water, man.
Honey, there's people that drown on their own water.
Mm-hmm.
Heart ain't beating good enough, and water builds up in their system, and they drown on their own water. And now you're gonna voluntarily go to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But you know what? But I'm gonna say this. When I did see the Run Club, it did make me want to do it. But I need the old Run Club. It can't be the young Run Club because they do it too much. I'm not gonna be able to go 5 miles. I need
running is good. I think running is a good discipline to get involved in my opinion. I enjoy it. I'm working on myself to get back into my marathon shape. I beat myself up for the last 3-4 days. It's been rough on my muscles and my legs, especially. I could barely walk, but I'm gonna get back to what I used to be.
But when you fat like me, overweight and like 300 some odd close to that pounds, you got to walk. You can't try to run because that's not.
Yeah, you gotta work your way into it for sure.
Yeah, because my thyroid is so fucked up, it's not even operating right now. So
yeah, definitely walk first. Hell
You gotta
yeah.
like build it, go
And,
get
and
down
you
to
need to
a
do
feasible
some, and you
weight.
need to do some strength training before you run too. You need to walk and do strength training, and also stretch, and also change your diet.
Honey, what diet? I only eat once a day. See, that's the thing. You get
Regardless,
mixed up. People think that because you're fat that you're just shoving food. I love to hear people. You need to stop eating hamburgers, honey. What hamburger? I could go like 24 hours, 2 days without eating. My
right?
metabolism is so slow that if I eat a chiclet, I gain 20 pounds. You know, so
Right, right.
like
I'm no doctor, but I know when I'm working out and I'm trying to lose weight, I got to eat more to actually lose weight. If I want to cut, I got to eat more. So everybody's body is different, of course, right? But I actually have to eat like 4 times a day so I can get the right to the right size I need to be. It's kind of
right.
crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, but you have it's a certain, what's that body type? There's different, ectomorph or whatever, or you have a certain body type, right? You have I think an ecto body type. Something like
Well, I've been an athlete for a very long time, so I was a damn near a professional athlete. So I've always been very in working out for a very long time.
Yeah. So like I was when I was in high school, I was an athlete, but then once you get to having kids, it changed it my thyroid said F you. And honey, it was over with. Like any metabolism was gone after that. After that first child, when the second child, that's when my metabolism said nope. And so I have to take like thyroid pills, Levoxy thyroid, whatever it is. And let me tell you
I
how
gotta look
crazy.
into it. I don't know. I gotta look into it and see if I can find any information for you. But definitely fasting helps with a lot of things, man. Like I don't know how much you do it, but it sounds like you kind of doing it since you only eat once a day. So that's
I can go like days without eating. But the thing is that because I even tried the Ozempic. I was like, I did Ozempic, but it's like I didn't need Ozempic because I was already not eating. Ozempic maybe for the GLP part of it, but if you're not even eating already, what do you need Ozempic for? Let me tell you something. If you eat and I have low iron, low vitamin D, low magnesium, everything is low, and so
let me, Raheem, what you know about that? What the hell, Raheem talking about in the chat? What you know about our arm, leg, arm, head? What you know about that, bruh? Go ahead. Sorry, Genesis. I had to jump in and say that.
Oh no, I was just saying is that so a lot, like I said, the main thing is that people just assume that a lot of like bigger women that are shoving food. It's like, dude, I barely eat. I can go days. Like there was this guy that had this thing called the snake diet. It's like if you're fat, stop eating. I'm not eating. I can go without eating. Period. I can eat ice. I could just chomp on ice all day long and not eat nothing all day long. Like I don't need a Ozempic. I don't need to get like a stomach staple. I could just chomp ice and then not eat nothing. And I figured out that ice slows down your digestive system as well. When you eat a lot of ice, it'll slow your digestive system down even further. So yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people saying eating less actually slows down your metabolism. People saying thyroid is a hormone issue, and somebody else said take D3 and K2. So I don't know if you do any of those things or if you do that information, but that's some of the things that people suggest.
Yeah, I take D3 and K2 supplement. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, I take, not D3, D2, ergocalcif. That's what they have a thing called ergocalcif, which is a D2 50,000 unit of vitamin D. Because like I said, when you have a bad thyroid, everything is fucked up. Your cholesterol, it's almost like a slow death. Like your cholesterol goes, your blood pressure raises. Your vitamin D levels go, your iron is gone. I mean, it's like it's like everything just it's crazy. I never and people are like, so like the doctor is like, okay, you got to take all these pills, and I'm like, I don't like to even eat, let alone take pills. I gotta take pills. I mean, you should see the amount of pills like ergocalcia, rosuvastatin.
How much are you walking?
Not that much. I don't have any energy.
That's not an excuse.
Right.
You just got to do it. You got to just do it.
You don't have no iron, vitamin, nothing.
Hey, what you should do, like, especially with the low energy part, because one of the ways to, which is weird, but just start walking 15 minutes in one direction. Because no matter what, you have to walk 15 minutes back. You know what I'm saying? Try to do that especially when you tired. That's when you should do it the most. It's like, hey, it doesn't matter what my energy is. I'm just gonna walk, right? Because running is you got to work your way up to running. So just walk 15 minutes in the direction. You have to walk back. Technically, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you could call it cab or Uber, whatever. You know, we all got cell phones and those things. But I mean, you know, put it in your mind like, hey, I'm gonna take this walk, low energy or not, and just and build that callous in mind that me and my body is gonna go for this walk. You know.
Yeah,
even
and you're right about that. And so that's why when I was looking at the run club, I said, well, maybe I should like try to do something because you know it's because like there's times where I don't even want to get out of bed. I'll be so tired that I don't even want to get up. Like I'll just be in the bed laying down.
Yep. Yeah.
And
so you just got to get up and start moving, and that's the secret to getting more energy is that you got to just get up and do it, and then your brain will start to build that new callus of, all right, this is what we do every day at this time. We start walking in this direction, and then you could build the time up and maybe do from 15. You do a half an hour one direction, half an hour back, and then eventually do a slow jog where you do the little small steps, and you just keep on building that callus in your mind that we are going to do this, and you better.
And like people say, well, everything's about the diet or inactivity. Well, lack of diet, and then lack of diet causes exhaustion, and then inactivity. Then it becomes a depression that kicks in. People don't understand what people are going through. A lot of times,
it's a snowball. That's why it's a big snowball.
It's a spiral. You know, not even a snowball, it's a spiral.
And not only that, also it's very painful too, right? A lot of people don't realize that when you sit down a lot is also very strenuous on your body as well, right? And your body get real tight and tense. So you need to also stretch out since you sit.
Very painful, pain. Yeah. Yes. And so because you're lacking it. It's very painful. Very to walk sometimes, to move around it's almost like your body is seizing up. It's people don't even understand.
So you got to start stretching out. You got to start stretching out as well. I was thinking about starting because I do it a lot when I'm training. I do a lot of stretching, a lot of yoga, a lot of physical training, and also a lot of running. I was thinking about putting a program together for people to get started on because it's not as difficult as people think. It's just getting your mentality to switch. You got to get that mentality to switch. This is what we are doing, right? You got to tell your body that this is what we're doing. We're going to get up. We're going to stretch for a half an hour. And then we're going to walk for a half an hour. And then we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then once you start to train your brain that we are doing this, no matter what you think, you know what I'm saying? Your body starts to transform and it follows. But you gotta.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm about to cry, but it's a certain level of depression that kicks in as well. Like, because like I wasn't always like going through this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's depression that also happens. Like, because I know I'm not like no lazy person. I'm a workaholic. I'm a person that always is doing stuff. So I'm like, dude, what is going on? You know, so I'm sorry. What am I doing?
No, that's okay. And that's another great observation that you said. I'm glad that you're able to see it. And also, don't punish yourself for feeling that way too, right? That's another thing that people do when they're in depression, right? They get embarrassed and upset at themselves for being depressed, and then that makes them more depressed. You know, like, so you can't get caught up in that spiral as well of you being mad at yourself for being mad at yourself.
Right.
So you got to be able to break that cycle as well. So that's also another part of just getting up and say, you know what, I'm going to walk no matter what. I don't go F. This is what we are doing, and this is what we're going to do from now on. So you can just start breaking that cycle of that continuous circle of blaming yourself for these things. You just got to get yourself up out of there. You know, so salute to you for recognizing it, you know, and now you just got to put in the work now. Now you just got to just say, hey, I'm tired as hell and I'm going to walk.
Right. No matter what. Right.
Yeah, no matter what. If it's raining outside, it don't matter.
So I'm going to just walk down the street and just start there, you know, and because it can
just start there. Yeah. Yep. And you just keep on progressing from there.
Because all these dang pills, you know what they do, the doctor, and they just give you pills. They give you 15. If I show you all the pills I got, like, it's crazy. I was like, man, this is insane. Like lavoxithiron, amlodipine, this, that, I mean, rosuvastatin, ergocalcin, iron pills. I mean, it's so many pills, you know, but I'm in a VA, so they don't mind just loading you up with just pills. And I don't want to take all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you just like, okay, I guess I'm about to die then, you know, I don't know. So and give yourself some real grace to get yourself this way. You could get yourself up out of that mentality. You got to give yourself real grace and say, hey, we're going to start today. I'm going to walk 5 minutes in one direction and add a minute each day. And then eventually you ain't going to need no timer because you're just going to get up and do it because it's just a part of your day now. You feel me? Exactly. Well, I thank you for that, you know, because, you know, it's like I said, it's tough, you know what I'm saying? But it takes a lot of mental, like, you know,
and it takes time, right? It takes time to walk 15 minutes in a direction and 15. That's a half an hour, maybe really, right? It's a half an hour theoretically, right? But in reality, it might be more of an hour. You got to put your shoes on. You got to make sure certain things are set up in the house. It's really more like an hour it's going to take for you to really walk that 15 minutes in 15 minutes. That's the reality. So you can't, and also the last thing I would say before we end the show is that if you do miss a day, don't get so mad at yourself because you missed a day.
Exactly. So, you know, that's like I said, I was watching a show about like the run club. I said, you know what, maybe I need to like even challenge myself to join one or create one, whatever, so that I can have motivation. But you know, the main thing is I gotta motivate myself. And thank you guys for you know, I don't even know how this even ended up on the subject, but thank you for the positive words.
Productive words. That's what I'm giving you. Productive words.
Yes, sir. Yes, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. I appreciate you. Hopefully I see you again soon. And we're going to end it on that note. Salute to everybody that hit that like, hit that share button. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the hype button after the damn show is over. I got two. Can somebody with a goddamn wrench put in the 2 videos I just dropped? I appreciate it. We need some more likes and shares and hypes on that video. God damn it. Shit. I'll be out here attempting to work. I did send her a link, but she came in the back and she dropped down already, Ms. J. But can somebody drop the link to one of my latest videos? God damn it. Thank you so much. Always holding me down, Ms. J. Let me pin that. Let me see. Let me see. We almost made it to 100 likes. We almost there. We need 9 more. Let me pin that shit. All right. Where is that? All right, there we go. All right. Make sure y'all go check out my goddamn video. Tired of y'all not showing me no damn love. Y'all be having me messed up. I got more goddamn people hitting the poll than likes. It's crazy. That is insane. But anyway, I'll see y'all later.
Nothing wrong with being.
Hype me up.
Let me